Today I'm going to be playing a grand campaign as the nation of Qing in Europa Universalis 4. We started off this grand campaign in episode 1 as the small Jurchen tribe of Jianzhou, then we formed the nation of Manchu, then we changed our name to the Later Jin, then we formed the nation of Qing and became Emperor of China. Our goals for this grand campaign are to conquer historical Qing borders, complete as many celestial reforms as possible, and tributary every nation that we share a border with. This is where we left off last time. Our conquering is pretty much done, with only a minor war that we need to do versus Oirat, and then a huge war we need to do with this massive Russia that's allied to the Ottomans, and then after that, it's only forced tributarying all of our neighbors, some of which are really powerful. Well, without further ado, let's jump into the final episode of this grand campaign as Qing in EU4. Alright, here we are back as Qing, ladies and gentlemen, with what I think is gonna be our final episode of this grand campaign. Like I just mentioned in the intro, we've conquered pretty much everything that we need to conquer for historical Qing borders. I think I'm also gonna get rid of this area right here because Qing didn't own it historically. Someone in the comments pointed out the exact provinces I need to take. So all that's left to do, man, is annex you right here, which we're already doing. They're our vassal, fight Oirat and Russia for Jetisu, this little area right here, and that's all the conquering we need to do, and after that it's gonna be tributary. So I wonder, man, we do have forced tributary on Russia. That's what we're gonna have to do. Because we border them, we gotta force tributary them. So we'll do it on them, and then we'll take like 2 provinces from them and whatnot. I'll fight Oirat shortly right here. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. Everything pretty much full stated. We are number 1 on the Great Powers list, 2152 dev. Looking super powerful. And these are our ideas so far. Trade, infrastructure, court. And we've just started working on economic. I should probably start focusing on admin. Let's move it along. Yeah, just getting ready to fight Oirat now. I just want to make Transoxiana break that alliance first. We have been working on great projects quite a lot as well. There is the Afak Koja Mausoleum right here, which is honestly not that useful. Do we have something that's better? What about this one? If they're harmonized and whatnot. Yeah, these are pretty much like all religious things. I don't think I need them. Might as well just put down some more buildings. Economy's banging, by the way. And by this point, folks, the comments have geared more towards us not conquering Korea, so we're not gonna conquer them. But a lot of you have said to tributary Japan as well. I don't know how we would tributary Japan. Like, maybe we ask them to, and then they reject, and then I get a CB? I'll try that. You know what, man? Frick it. They don't want to accept. Frick it. I have been doing culture converting as well, by the way. I mentioned this last episodes as well, but this is what it's looking like now. I didn't do the role-playing type of conversion, which maybe I should have. So let's convert this to Yang, and yeah, I guess, I don't know, Sichuanese or something? Yeah, why not? Also, someone said there's missions to like change some of these guys into the Chinese culture group, like Sino-Vietnamese or Sino-Tibetan or something like that, but I can't seem to find those missions, man. Maybe they're like Ming specific, you know? Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is take Jetisu right here, those 2 provinces, and make Oirat a tributary. And just like that, we're done. Another nation forced tributary. Now, because we are going for historically accurate borders right here, ladies and gentlemen, I am in fact gonna return some provinces over here. I did look at maps, I analyzed them, and like I said, I got help in the comments. And this Tenu Uriankai area we're not supposed to own, right? Yeah, and then we just need these 2 provinces from Russia. Yeah, well, borders kind of look uglier like this, but I think it's because we don't have you right here, but we're pretty close to annexing them. Also, let's just get Oirat back in line by bestowing so many gifts upon them. There we go. And I'll ask for admin point. Oh wait, you as a vassal. Okay, no big deal. Okay, but now I think I'm gonna go ahead and chill a bit until we fight Russia. Maybe we can leave that major war like our last war or something like that. And in the meantime, who do I need to tributary? Okay, we can ask Transoxiana again. I need to force tributary Daviet, Lanshang, Lannak, Senwi, Mongkwang. I'll need to do it on Bengal, Limbuwan, and Guge, and Delhi. Actually, there are some really powerful guys over here. Oh my god. Delhi guaranteed by Russia? You're kidding me. How do I get around that? And like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have annexed you. So officially only one more conquest war to go. Perfect. Okay, let's line up. Dai Viet is first. All right, we are in position to strike on Dai Viet. Let our tributary wars, no wait, to quote Yoda, begun the tributary wars have. Now, what I'm really interested in this peace deal is, okay, I can make them a Qing tributary. That's actually a lot of aggressive expansion. Wow. Break my life. How much is it gonna be on Bengal and Delhi and Russia? Is it possible? I mean, if the CB is there, it should always be possible, right? I also wanted to make them cancel Lanshang as a subject, but Dai Viet will become a subject. So does that mean I get Lanshang as well? All right, let's just move on with this war and we'll see how we do it later on. But yeah, for now, tier 8 gov reform time. This one is nice. Lucky and Proviso here, you know, the dev discount, the goods produced. We are kind of doing things like that anyway. Trade power abroad, inland, improve inland routes, no longer on trade power to be used. I think I'm just gonna go with this one. Yeah, why not? It's nice. I don't understand why they keep attacking me. This happened the last episode as well. Why do they think I'm weaker than them? Yeah, level 5 advisors, by the way, if you guys didn't know, it's no big deal. It's just a little something, you know. It's like level 5 advisor for 2 ducats. It's whatever, right? It's whatever, boys. Yeah, let's just do this. There we go. Use some points on that. Imagine we do it on Ayutthaya as well. No need. Just the guys we border, boys. Okay, but we are done with Dai Viet. There's Qing tributary. I'm really interested in what happens with Lanshang, and Lanshang does nothing, but they do want to be my tributary, so that's always nice. And with the fact that I'm so rich, man, I can just keep bestowing gifts for days right here, and, you know, they become insta-loyal. Oh, frick, I forgot to do it with Transoxiana, and now Russia's conquered them. Assholes. Hey, Russia took the things I gave to Oirat. I guess they were allied with Transoxiana. Well, they were actually allied with Transoxiana. You know, we are doing some for free. There's Guge for free as well. Limbuwan will accept as well. Obviously, the big guys or the guys that are already tributaries will never accept. Yeah, I guess, you know, some of these guys that are already... I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I should have made Ayutthaya cancel tributary on Lan Na, or cancel subject, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know who to fight to make... I think the strat is, like, fight Lan Na, make Ayutthaya cancel it, truces up, tributary them. Same thing with Senwi. Same thing with Mongquang. Someone said there's a meritocracy thingy for... sorry, not meritocracy. A decree you can use for meritocracy. I don't really need it right now. And guys, I know you can scroll down, bro. it's like we're chilling. I know there's a mandate one as well. But what I'm actually going to do right now, since we've been using conduct population census this whole game, I think there's one for... that's it right there. Yeah, religious harmonization speed. That's what I want to do because we are harmonizing the Muslim group. Ooh, we should actually probably pass another celestial reform right now since we're almost at 100. So we got this one right here. CCR, we don't need that. Maybe some inclusive monarchy tolerance, but we're already harmonizing. Maybe some of these. Reform the army. That's good. That's a nice one. Tributary embassies. Okay. Diplo rep, monthly favor growth, diplo relations. Sure. I mean, with the tributaries that we're establishing, sure. Let's go with tributary embassies. For these other ones, man, we actually need to do certain things. Yeah, okay. All right, so with the mandate drop right here, we got to be a little bit careful before our next wars. So let's work on the economy. All right, I recruited a banner-only stack right here, which has given me a bunch of corruption, but no big deal. There's another mission. I think it's related to that. Yes, because we have banners, and that gives me some further permaclaims on stuff I plant the tributary and whatnot, but there's Annex Tibet as well. Nice. At least I'm gonna spy on some of these minor guys here. There's economic wrapped up, so we did all of our Emperor of China playing tall, being rich thingies right there. Let's pick up both of these, actually. All right, armies are in place. Let's go ahead and declare a regular conquest on Lan Na, and I think... when I separate peace Ayutthaya, I make them cancel tributary, and then I should be able to tributary them. If that works, that's what we're gonna do with Senwi and with Mongquang as well. Or wait, they're... I was thinking they're allied, but actually these two guys are allied. Okay, let's try it. All right, so I'm making Ayutthaya... Damn, 51% war score? Okay, now I'll accept. Yeah, I'm making them cancel tributary over Lan Na. Okay, that's all I want. And now these guys are independent, and I did declare with conquest on them. Obviously, that's the only thing I could declare with. I can still make them my tributary, but that's the problem with this. This is way more aggressive expansion than if I used the CB. Because you guys remember, I did it with 71 aggressive expansion on Dai Viet. Now it's 81 for Lan Na. Lan Na does like to dev their provinces quite a lot, I've noticed, but still, they don't got more dev than Dai Viet, bro. But either way, we gotta do it like this. Otherwise, it's just wait, which in the meantime, they might become a tributary of someone else, you know what I'm saying? So, break me, do we go for it? You know what? I'm gonna try it the other way. I'm just gonna white piece Lan Na right here and see if they're independent in 5 years, and we'll hit them again. In the meantime, I guess we could do the same with Senwi right here and Mong Quang. Now, I did just get a pop-up saying Dai Viet is preparing to attack Lan Na, but nice. That is the way to do it. I don't care if they fight each other. I'm still gonna border a tributary, you know? Oh my god, what a horrible event, dude. Look at this, man. Lose 10 mandate, 1 stab, goods produced minus 50% until 1582. Then it's lose 5 mandate, 5k ducats, 25% for 10 years, and then it's 16,000 ducats, 100 admin points, and 10% goods produced, minus obviously, for only 5 years. An absolutely horrible event, dog. Alright, I'm right here. I'm gonna do the same deal, the same thing I just did with Lan Na, but with Senwi and Mong Quang by making Ava cancel tributaries. We're not fighting. We're gonna fight Lan Shang, but they'll accept. They'll accept later. And there's Ava on, Mong Quang and Senwi. Boom. And now there's a white piece on these guys. Perfect. So all of these guys should accept now diplomatically to be my tributaries. Let's see. Okay, there's Lan Shang back. Perfect. Now Senwi is hostile, I think, because, yeah, we got their cores. Damn it. I gotta force it on them. Okay, I'll do it later. And these guys, yes, these guys will accept. Okay, so one more nation left in Southeast Asia. So until our truce with Senwi is up, I guess we gather up a bit manpower. Ooh, and let's pass actually another reform, and then we'll do them, Bengal, and Delhi. So 3 more nations left to go. We can establish Lifan Yuan, elevate tributary status. We can elevate them to a vassal. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I want to do a little role-playing tributary style, but I'll take this either way. Wait, what the hell? Delhi will accept. Well, that's amazing. That's absolutely awesome. Does that mean Bengal will accept too? Probably no way, right? I mean, they are about the same size. They'll accept as well. Dude, we're probably at that size where, like, everyone is scared of us, right? Well, this is awesome. This is awesome. We just saved ourselves 2 huge wars right there. I wonder if I can do it on anyone else that I don't border. All right, let's see. It's not here, right? It's here. Yeah, it's only on guys we border, yeah, obviously. And the strategic interests modifier is, well, actually, no, that's the other way around. But yeah, we don't border them. Only neighbors. And Russia doesn't want to accept. Yeah, obviously they won't. Okay, cool. So the game plan is wait until our truce with Senwi is up, force tributary them, and yeah, then fight Russia. And we're gonna be done. Hopefully. Someone commented this, and I actually agree with it, that this is one of, like, the easiest, probably the easiest grand campaign we've done, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit, you know, from all the painful and long goals. You know, I sort of wanted to do a chill one, you know, and I think Qing was a perfect one for that, even though their ideas, man, you can do so much conquering with these guys. And I did initially consider, like, taking over Burma and Indochina and then the Malay Peninsula right here, or I don't know, maybe even moving into India. But, you know, I think a historical Qing borders run was a fairly good idea, man. We're gonna have more grand campaigns that feature a lot of conquering, so I'm liking a chill one right now. But yeah, in order to prepare for the war versus Russia, man, we do need to increase our max manpower and our force limit, because we're gonna be fighting them. Is this the right time to strike? I think it is, man. We're at 45 mandate. We're gonna get to 50 pretty quickly. You know what? I know we said we'd do that as the final war, ladies and gentlemen, but we can't let this opportunity to not fight the Ottomans go to waste. In fact, the Ottomans like us so much, they'd even ally us. Boys, I don't know what to say. I guess Senwi is gonna be our last war, and we're gonna wrap it up in a chill way because, well, it's time for our final war in order to establish Russia as our tributary. The #1 great power in the world is about to force tributary the number 2 great power in the world. It's gonna be funny. I mean, I don't think I should wait to get these guys to the border or anything like that, man. I think we go immediately risk, otherwise we risk like the Ottomans paying stuff off, and we really gotta rush here because the Ottomans will have a little bit of time to join after that. So the war goal will be to take their capital of Moscow. It's right here. They really shouldn't have a lot of forts in that direction. Okay, where are they? They got 2 forts up here, actually 3. Okay, that's not bad. Is this them? That's them. They got a couple of forts over here in Persia, but then the road to Moscow is pretty much open, man. Yeah, I think this will be very easy. Too bad I'm not max manpower and I'm below 50 mandate, but let's go, man. All right, there it is. Declare forced tributary state, take capital Moscow, boom. All right, I'm sending the Imperial banners, the entire banner army, directly over to Moscow. These guys can focus up on the north right here. These guys can go over to Persia just like that. These guys can go here and do like the battle line and whatnot. And these guys actually can do the same with them. There we go. We can do another meritocracy thingy right here. Let's try and find a war one maybe, huh? Let's try and find a war one right here. So that's not it. That could be a good one. Infantry combat and reinforced speed. There you go. Boost officer corps, baby. Yeah, I'm easily more powerful than them. Just won a battle right here. And obviously my defensive line is far superior to theirs. Yeah, already in Moscow. Yeah, I wonder what's the war score that we're going to need on this. And is it possible? I mean, it should be possible if the CB exists, right? So there's Qing tributary, 102 aggressive expansion. No one will care because they're probably the only Orthodox nation in the world. Yeah, 80% war score. Damn, it's gonna be annoying to get 80% war score, but frick it. Got Moscow. Ah, damn. I overestimated the banner strength, man. Oh, well, it is what it is. Let's pick up, this one. Oh, dude, my banner army just got wiped. I thought it would retreat further away. Damn. Bohemia's on low. Ottomans have just decked on Russia as well. And that's it. We're done. We didn't run out of manpower, which is good. They still have more manpower than us, but the Ottomans have declared on them as well. Obviously, by this, I played Fergana the other day. Well, the other day for you guys, or wait, is it not yet for you guys? I don't even know, dude. My entire schedule is mixed up. I played Fergana today. I don't know if you guys are gonna see it or have already saw it, but I fought Oirat here, and at the same time Ming was fighting them, and Ming did force tributary them, but they didn't get called in as a defender or something like that. So basically what I'm trying to say here is, even if I do this, I won't end up in a defensive war versus the Ottomans. So, there we go, boys. There's the second greatest power in the world. Force tributaried. Nice, man. And that's all of our neighbors, except for tiny little Xenwi right here, who we're gonna get right on as a tributary. Let's pay off Russia's debt, man, and bestow some gifts on them. Maybe we can get them loyal. God damn. Is this not possible? I literally gave them all of my money. Fine, they'll be loyal sooner or later. Let's get these troops back home, and we'll go ahead and declare our final war. In the meantime, I will pass another reform. Let's go with this one. We have so much points, we can easily stab up right here. There we go. So yeah, let's wait a little bit for mandate to come up here because I gotta fight Ayutthaya, right? Not that they'll beat me, but I don't wanna, run out of manpower and stuff like that. We can continue focusing on the economy in the meantime, although marketplaces are up everywhere. Let's take a look at production buildings here, boys. How much is tropical wood? It's still cheap. Naval supplies haven't gone up. Fur is 350 currently. We could try and bump up the fur trade over here in our northern provinces. There's a cloth one right there. I actually don't even have any loans right now, so it's not that good to have loans as the Emperor of China, but let's go ahead and get indebted to the Shangbang right here. They are pretty huge, as you can see. Any more manufactories? Yes, we have unlocked new manufactories finally, dude. The paper ones, the Chinaware ones, the gems ones. That's excellent. In fact, I'm gonna be taking out more loans right here, boys, to to continue putting these down. There's salt Chinaware cloth. Yeah, nice. I love it. We're pretty much putting them down everywhere, man. Gold? No, not gold, but tea, yes. Even though the income might be super low on some of them now, later on, of course, as the game progresses, it will. I know I just built one in a gold province. As the game progresses, it will come up. This is like preemptive type stuff, And in fact, we can do some churches as well, man. We have the money to do it, so why not? And there we go, that's good. We can put down some of these too. Yeah, we're chilling, baby. See, we can do it on some of these guys, man. Convert tributary to a vassal on Limbuan, it costs like 13 mandate, right? It's super cheap. But if we want to do it on Korea, it's 192. Yeah, I get why that is. Otherwise, it maybe would be broken, but yeah. I didn't take Jetsu. Oh, I'm just realizing that now I didn't take them. How could I forget, dude? You know, when you use the Force Tributary CB, you can take land, but you just need to Force Tributary them first, so it would have been possible. These are only like 11 war score, man. God damn it, bro. Oh my god, this is ass. So I gotta cancel Tributary on them after 12 years. Wait for the truce to expire, which is like 17 years. Then do the same war all over again. And where the frick did they pull out 300,000 troops from? Oh, from me. It's probably all mercs. Because I bestowed so much gifts upon them and paid off their debt. I've created a monster. And you can't like ask for provinces or anything like that. I mean, obviously they hate me, right? God damn it, bro. What if we... I was gonna say release like someone, but no. No, I gotta do it like that. Damn, I'm such an idiot, bro. And to think I was gonna wrap this video up easily, but no. Frick it, let's fight Senwi or something. It's just... Oh, I don't even gotta fight Senwi. Well, thank you for the good news, but I'd rather fight them than Russia again. Frick me. Well, either way, there's another mission. Mutual trade system. Something happens. Times are a-changing. Maybe we could try converting them to a vassal. Oh, we just need 598 mandate. Well, there's 3 corruption from hiring these, what you call it, banners again. But what can I say, boys? My mind was elsewhere, I guess. Look at how much money they're losing a month. Oh, we can even see their treasury, dude. I never noticed that with tributaries, but yeah, they still got 10k. I mean, I sent them freaking loads. It cost like 9 points to dev some of these provinces, man. I might as well pour... Wait, no, there's nothing to pour them in. We've got everything. Fine, I'll just do some deving, you know what? Let's do some deving, there we go. Tall Qing gameplay, folks. There it is. Well, we're gonna be waiting, so might as well do these. Alright, the Russia-Ottoman War ended, and Russia seems to have lost a province. Literally a province, okay. I can't. You know, at least they cleaned up our border with Oirat. Hey, we ain't seen this in a while, I'll give them that. Come on, man. Dev'd up global trade here. We're at 80. We're at 80, but might as well pass another one of these, right? Admin efficiency, all states influence. Okay. What about this one? Dev discount. What else can we do? Inclusive monarchy. We can do one of these. And then, you know what? Let's yeah, let's do that. Another excellent emperor of House Isengyoro. We have had quite a lot of these. 655 now. Hong Taiji III. Like it. Alright, truce with Russia is up. I'm insta canceling tributary right there. Now another truce, then another war. This time, the last war for real. Now let's not forget to take these 3 provinces. Oh my god, it's gonna be so annoying, man. They're so huge. At least my manpower is awesome now, but now I do already got forced tributary, but I'd be truce breaking them. It's not like I'm gonna get coalitioned, but let's not, you know, do those rushing types of things right there. Do I force tributary my rival? That's gonna be funny. Now just a quick check on if every other border is secure right here. So yeah, we got Korea, we got the guys down south. Obviously this is impassable terrain right here. Bengal, Limbuan, impassable again. Delhi, yeah, it's just Russia. Oh, I think Adal formed Somalia. I didn't really take a look at these other ones earlier, and of course we should have absolutism relatively quickly, but it's not anything relevant to our game. Leviathan might be nice if we had 1 trillion tributaries for real, but yeah, I think, well, you know, since we're the Mandate of Heaven, divine rights would be pretty good right here, but nah, let's just go with, I don't think we need any of these, but frick it. And let's harmonize Mahayana as a final one. It probably won't be done by the end of the game, but yeah. And if we've harmonized the Muslim group, that means we can finally culture convert these 2 Sunni provinces over there. So yeah, let's just, use up all of these points on the non-accepted ones. Most provinces are accepted right here, by the way. It's just, you know, a couple of these, what's the culture group called? The Altaic ones. Yeah, those are the ones that aren't accepted. Let's see right here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We might end up having everything accepted by the end, honestly. Here's a nice little boost. Let's actually... How long is this? 10 years. Oh, I was gonna do the Navy for culture conversion, but plus 20% morale of armies is kind of cracked for fighting Russia later. Yeah, we're going full mill versus Russia right here, just so we can get it done as fast as possible. Where's the infantry combat one? Issue great warning. No. Where is it? Ah, there it is. It's not even... Well, it's lowered a bit, but I'm gonna destroy these guys. I did morale max, by the way, while they're discipline maxing. I'm interested in seeing how it balances out. Well, folks, armies are in position, and truce with Russia is officially up. Let's go ahead and do exactly the same war one more time. Force tributary Russia, but this time, let's not forget to take these 3 provinces right here. Final war for real this time. I'm doing pretty much the exact same setup as last time, man. Gonna hold like 3 armies back over here. This one is gonna fight guys. These guys are gonna siege, and then I'm gonna send 2 guys forward. See, they're coming in again, thinking they could beat my ass in battles like this, but they can't. Okay, let's test that out. Force tributary, and then that, and that. 91% war score. Okay, boys, we can do this. Oh, they've moved their capital. It's St. Petersburg now. We have entered the age of absolutism. We should have a... We don't... Yeah, we do. Manchu banners. I thought it was stronger. That's kind of lame. Whatever. We don't need absolutism anyway. You still Bohemia. Now I'm a Miltech over. I'm just wiping these guys. It's going to be a little while longer, but we're doing it. You know, it's just because the front... I know there's no fronts in EU4, but because our whole, you know, field that we're fighting on is so huge, it's very slow. Time for our next idea group. Might as well pick up something mill related. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I bring you the news that they are willing to accept. And I am willing to accept that I made a mistake, but now we can right it, because we will force Russia to be our tributary, and we will take the 3 provinces that we need from them to achieve historical Qing borders. And with that, our final war, for real this time, is done. Is done. Woo! Let's pass another reform while we're at it. I guess this would be our final one. These guys are miserable. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that we've hit March 1st, 1618, and the provinces that we took from Russia have been cored up, and we've achieved historical Qing borders, and we've tributaried everyone around us, and passed as many reforms, you know, celestial reforms as possible. This challenge is officially done. It was an easy one, but it was a fun one. But still, in the end, I gotta say, I struggled a bit. But yeah, there you go, man. That's been it for this grand campaign as Qing, one that I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I'm glad you guys came along for the ride. Obviously, we started off as the Jurchen tribe of Jianzhou right here, formed Manchu, formed the Later Jin, conquered all of Manchuria, and just started pummeling Ming into the ground. Eventually they blew up somewhat, but we were conquering them even before that. And you know, it was pretty much slow and steady, not too much conquest. You know, if we started off as Ming, obviously this is pretty much no conquest at all, but the real fun comes from starting as Qing. I might even consider doing a Ming one. I know one guy has been begging for it for months in the comments, but you know, Qing, Ming, kind of the same, except I do enjoy Qing quite a lot more. But yeah, that's been this campaign, man. We've ended up #1 on the Great Powers list, 2,446 development right here. Obviously, none of the tributaries count. We have, you know, made every border guy our tributary. Going over into the government reforms right here, just to show it off. Celestial Empire Tier 1, obviously. Strengthen noble privileges, the examination system, strengthen Confucian bureaucracy, Green Standard Army. So we do have 3 or 4 unique ones right here. General Estates, Meritocratic, Lachian Proviso, 6 books, and L'Etat c'est moi. Nothing to see too much in the court except for our awesome final ruler right here, Hong Taiji III, icing Euro, 655. By the way, we have had pretty good rulers this entire campaign. Level 5, extremely cheap advisors over here. Pretty much almost every single province is with accepted culture, or we're you know, converting it and stuff like that. 35 max absolutism, but it doesn't mean anything in this campaign. In the diplomacy tab, nothing to see pretty much, as this are tributaries right here. In the economy, our economy is going absolutely brazy right here. Even though we're not making as much from trade, as I thought we would right here. But yeah, routing pretty much everything over here to Beijing. Lots coming in from production and a lot from gold as well, because there are quite a few gold missions, and we do own quite a few gold mines, and we've developed 2 of them right here. So that's the economy right there. 20% goods produced, could be a lot more, except we're at negative mandate. So, you know, some of the stuff that we're going to show off is going to be skewed by this, because those top modifiers right there, but it's really not that big of a deal. In the tech department, ahead of time in every single tech, almost 100 innovativeness. Went with these mandate playthrough ideas right here. Obviously, pretty much no utilization of any mill ideas right here. Completed almost every mission, actually every mission from the Manchu branch, almost every mission from the Celestial branch, and most of the missions from the Qing branch right here, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. This is the edicts, not too many because we didn't go that far. Still under gov cap, we can still stab up to 3. Every religion in our country is harmonized except for Mahayana right here, which we're going to complete shortly. So it's not a big deal. This is the force limit. Not too strong of an army this grand campaign, I will admit that. And obviously no hegemon either, which we haven't done so far. Quite a lot of professionalism. All of the tributaries love us except for Russia right here, who obviously that's acceptable. Literally 98.356 Kremlin ownership. Damn, I have been doing a lot of deving. All the states extremely loyal and extremely non-influential, but that's just what happens when you go court, bro. It's absolutely nutty. So yeah, that is what everything over there ended up looking like. Let's go ahead and show off the, you know, I showed off the religion map mode already. This is the culture map mode, obviously. Let's do the development right here. So super cheap dev in a lot of provinces. I have been developing a lot of them. There we can see some of our more developed provinces: Beijing, Jilin, Baodin, Hejian, Jinan, Jiangning, Canton, Hangzhou. You know the drill by this point. In the buildings department, marketplaces in every single needed province, except for the ones that we conquered the latest or developed. Workshops pretty much everywhere, manufactories pretty much everywhere, temples everywhere that are needed, and I did build quite a few state houses, sorry, not state houses, soldiers' households right at the end, and all the livestock and grain provinces to help us with the manpower. So that is what that ended up looking like. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, not too much else to show off in this campaign, man. This is what Europe looks like if you guys are interested. This is the portion of Africa that we can see looks like. This is like all of Asia, Oceania right here, South America and North America, and that's pretty much everything that I have to show off right here. So yeah, man, that has been our Jianzhou to Manchu to Later Jin to Qing grand campaign. Let's go ahead and roll the timeline, and we'll do the outro, and I'll ask you guys which grand campaign you'd like to see next. But yeah, let's take a look at the timeline. And there we go, folks. That's been the timeline for this Qing Grand campaign. Obviously a bit shorter and a bit more stagnant due to the way the gameplay worked out, but nevertheless, I'm super satisfied, and I hope everyone else enjoyed watching this campaign as much as I enjoyed playing it. But yeah, if you want to see more grand campaigns, man, obviously hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Lots more of these and A to Z's and releasables and, you know, EU5 content coming up and whatnot. So I'm very excited to share all of that with you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do it. And of course, as always, let me know in the comments below what's the next grand campaign that you like to see. I think we might be going back to Europe for the next one, or maybe we do a little Persia run. Let me know in the comments. Either way, that's it for me for now. See you next time.